to not anime splaining.
Yeah, sorry. Fucking whoops, I guess.
So, Joey had to do some landscaping, so we are postponing that for Thursday at this
Not a
point.
euphemism.
Yep. And instead, we are starting early on Alpha Protocol. Marlon, do you know anything about this game?
I know jack shit about this game.
Okay.
I'm not sure I've seen a trailer for this game, so I went by the name alone, and that was enough. Because
Yeah.
it sounds like the most dude bro thing I've ever heard in my life. So
Oh,
let's see if it is.
and it will turn you off immediately if you're basing it on that. But I can tell you that this may not be a great game, but it is interesting. Is always the important thing. But yes, you're about to see like the most generic ass protagonist in one Michael Thornton. We're going to be dealing with a very much of its time like crisis of the international variety.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just making
What's the
sure
Taliban doing now?
I'm just making sure that we're actually like we're showing live on the thing, but it's not showing.
Yeah, you can see on my TV, and we have 2 viewers. So yeah, that's gotta be something.
Okay.
We have viewers.
It must just be looking weird on my stream manager.
Could be it.
Twitch is just bad is the thing. They give us money now, and like we will still talk shit of Jeff Bezos and his $50 million wedding. Go fuck yourself, you bald-headed freak.
Yeah, asshole. Money, please. My money.
But yes, we are monetized now, so just know that if you get ads, if you're watching, that is why. And you can use your Jeff Bezos bucks if you subscribe to Amazon Prime to use your free Twitch subscription. You can also just pay for it, but don't do that if you want to actually spend money, because you can spend your money on better things, to be completely honest with you. Just take money out of Jeff Bezos's bald ass pocket and feel free to give it over, and know that it does not work in the Twitch app. You need to use the desktop version because they made it as difficult as possible to actually redeem, because the world is a non-stop nightmare. Anyway, so let's get started with Alpha Protocol here.
What year did this come out?
I think 2009 or 10.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be hearing a lot of Taliban shit.
Yep,
Oh,
so...
jeez. Yeah. I should have guessed by that facial hair. Damn. Soul Patch, the other guy.
So, do you want to be one of the general agents, or do you want to be a recruit where you're going to force me to play the game with no starting stats?
What do you mean if no starting stats? Like, you
Look,
just bare ass?
So,
you have to work your way up?
yeah, there are stats in this game, like, for the quality of your shooting and things like that. So, if you have a low skill in something, you are kind of bad at it.
Oh, do we get, like, extra cutscenes or anything with that? Or...
Nope. It's just an added challenge.
Alright, let's pick one of these dickheads then. I don't know which one.
Okay, so we have Soldier, decorated for service in the armed forces. Your commanding officer felt that general infantry was a waste of your potential. Your natural language talent and quick wit caught the attention of the recruiter for an agency that doesn't officially exist.
Nah, I hate his hat. Can we choose them based on appearance?
Yeah. You have Field Agent, who's wearing this nice little knit cap and a Solid Snake uniform.
Got a skull cap guy here.
You have the tech specialist, who has the baseball cap.
Alright, we got Dale from King of the Hill, so far my winner.
Yep, and then you have the freelancer, who just looks like the biggest douche on the planet.
Jeff. Okay, so let's go with Dale.
Okay, so you have aptitude in technical aptitude, sabotage, shotguns, and stealth.
Little pocket sand option. All right. Wait, you gotta pick one of these, or is it just...
No, we already have these. This is what we have.
We have to like add points to it or something.
Yeah, as we level up, we gain AP, and that lets us increase these stats.
All right, cool. Well, I'm game. Let's see how this goes. I feel like none of this matters, but let's see how this goes. Ass graphics.
Yeah, and I'll have to turn up the sound a little bit after this cutscene. This was in the days where you couldn't pause the cutscenes. It just skips it.
It doesn't help that I just turned off Injustice 2 that I was having a blast with, and I was commenting on how those graphics have that aged a day and they still hold up and they stand the test of time. This is the exact opposite of that experience.
Injustice 2 came out, like, basically a decade after this, though.
That's fair.
Because this was also made in Unreal Engine at the time.
Yep, you gotta be specific about which number. So it's, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. It's important. Very important. Oh no, a plane-related tragedy. All the rage back then. Is that a random plane or is that Air Force One?
That's a random plane. It's a random, like, passenger liner.
Cool. INN. This is INN.
This is in.
That deserves a smoke. Call of Duty so bad. From Beyond Two Souls to this. It's so heartbreaking. What if I could scan his shirt?
Okay, so let me turn up the volume a little bit. Because it's very, very quiet. There we go. I think that should work.
I have to see if that sends me to a recruitment page or something.
You're awake.
Yep, so all conversation in this game is done basically in one shot. They made sure that, like, the conversations were somewhat natural, so you can't, like, ask the same question over and over and over again. So when you respond to someone, you can do so in an aggressive, suave, or professional way, generally. And sometimes A shows up as, like, a special thing you can do.
Alright, I'm going to request that you hit Y throughout this entire run. Every conversation, every scenario, just hit Y.
Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Who are you? Why did you drug me?
My name is Mina, and I didn't drug you.
We're off to a good start.
They do it to everyone who arrives here, to protect the location.
Then I'm not sticking around for any more chemical therapy. I'm getting out of here.
And how do you propose to do that? You're locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you. And when he does...
Why wait? Set off an alarm, let him know I'm awake.
What?
Pretend that button is broken.
That'll bring him running.
Saves me the trouble of hunting him down.
Activating the alarm now. Hope you know what you're doing.
I don't.
Guess Sleeping Beauty's had enough. That you, Mike? You just hold on. I'm sending some guards to tuck you back in.
Here he comes.
Fuck! Did not have a knob? Well, that was easy. Gotta train these guys better. Here, tell Joey we're doing something. Look, action.
You need to shut off the alarm. The panel's on the wall. Do a
Yep, now you have your other mini game, which is doing this stuff.
bypass on it.
And beep, 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 beep.
Mike, careful. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
See, we got
That's a
experience.
stealth element.
Yep, you can do your little crab walk or your little.
We played Metal Gear Solid once. That all movies and games from this time period were exactly the same. The exact same thing.
But see, so we don't have a lot of things in pistols, so look at our reticle.
Wow.
Not
How
hitting,
could you possibly miss it?
not hitting shit.
Somewhere in his general body. I'm already so sick of olive green. Fuck you, game. Ta.
Oh yeah, this was the gray era of video
Watch out for
games. So
cameras. If they spot
Sorry.
you, destroy them. They'll sound
Damn it,
alarm.
everything's pissed yellow and olive green.
oh yeah, I should probably see if there's subtitles. Boom. There we go.
Don't want to miss any important dialogue. Ta.
See, in this game, we actually have a tranquilizer pistol instead of weird Hideo Kojima-isms, like in Death Stranding 2, where you have
Don't make this any harder than
a
it has to be.
tranquilizer grenade.
Tranquilizer grenade.
Yep.
Yeah, ruined the stuff. God damn it.
There we go.
Wow.
We hit him eventually.
Almost gave me the slip.
Yep, this is this time period, alright.
Yep, now lockpicking. It's context sensitive. And boop. Whoa, that was a big bang.
It makes me feel old. I didn't think I could feel that way about a game from 2009, but yeah. Yeah, those are the graphics, alright.
Careful, Mike. Truck coming in. And guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if you can.
This is like Wolverine's Revenge level bad.
Okay, so we can see enemies' things. And we can make our gadgets more gadgety.
More gadgets. Or guys are trying to pay his college tuition. About to get wrecked. You spared him. Good for you.
I like this little swish sound he makes when he's doing his footsteps.
The swishy pants noise. Oh no!
A camera and a dude. Oh yeah, it's this. So what, you need to match the things. Okay.
I have no clue what just happened here.
There it is. And then
End of the line, Mike. Give it up.
And now just name your character Mike or Chris. Someone will relate to that.
want whatever that briefcase is.
Hey, freeze!
Ah, fuck. I mean, just $2,500 just sitting there.
Need to invade more government facilities. Maybe that's what January 6th was about.
That's enough? I think that's my line. What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this facility confidential.
Camera's way too close,
Especially
sir.
if you got kidnapped and questioned.
You could use some lessons in hospitality. I'll forgive you. This time.
Gracious of you.
I don't give
So
a
this
shit.
is how the conversation is gonna go. You, me, video screen.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
I'm ready. What tests?
Not a physical, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I figured that was all done while I was unconscious.
And then some. We ran your blood work,
Ah.
checked your vitals. You seem healthy. Just one thing we should check. Your psych profile. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. Says here you were the guinea pig of the division. A walking scientific survey of counter-terrorist devices.
I tested several prototypes in the field, yes. The new iteration of shock traps was due to feedback I provided.
So you're why the 1.2 is a piece of junk.
No, sir. I'm why the 1.2 was canceled. My report is the reason 1.3 went into production in April.
Well, you and Darcy shouldn't have much
Years
time
of
to
war
spend
come
together
out.
with the tech training then. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm going to let you out of the pen here and meet the rest of the crew.
2006. Yes, you have no
There's more
excuse.
of you?
I'm unique. So's the rest of the staff. They all have their little quirks, but that's what
There's
makes
no
them
way this
perfect for
came
the
out
job.
when I was in undergrad.
They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics. When you're cleared on the basics, come find me for your assignment.
Protocol.
I won't lie to you, Mike. It's a big one and dangerous. But I think you're the man for the
Oh, it's
job.
worse. May 27,
Make the
2010.
rounds. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. I knew it.
Double have no excuse.
Yep, so see, we've leveled up. Now we can spend things. So,
I look up games that came out in 2010.
I took a point in martial arts and a point in pistols. The reason is because
Red Dead.
this game does have boss fights, and then they force you to not do stealth.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Big ass screen.
Just a lot of different screens. This year gave us Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2, Alan Wake, Halo Reach, God of War 3, Fallout New Vegas. This game has no excuse to look this bad. None. Heavy Rain came out this year, man.
That budget is the reason. There we go. We can change our appearance.
Probably want to change. Go on. Your gear's in the lockers.
I had to spend a game like this.
Time to customize. So,
It's you.
what vague shade are we?
I kind of want to pick very pale. Just okay. Just for humor. What's stylized?
Stylized is this.
Yeah, let's go up stylized with the shock therapy. Circle beard, absolutely circle beard. That's the one.
Just making him look like a magician.
Yep, let's go. A hat we can give him. Hooligan cap. Make none of this match. Give him some raps. Yeah. Now you're a Backstreet Boy.
Does eye color even matter? Like, he has the big amber glasses on.
Orientation's not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now. Although that might make him upset.
The newsboy hat regulation, sir.
Our war does not end here. This target is not the last. With our will and our resolve,
Always the Middle East. Do you think we were brainwashed?
Continue these attacks.
A little bit.
Fight the aggression
You might
of the
want to take
West
it a little easier when you
with
escape
weapons.
next time.
Yes, for weapons
Try to hide his
have
glasses.
been delivered to us. Weapons that will make a graveyard in the skies of our enemies.
Oh my god, this is so
We have
racist.
the ability to strike far and to strike swiftly.
See, we can read people's emails, as was the style at the time.
I'm reading emails in Alan Wake 2 right now. Apparently that hasn't changed. We just love reading other people's emails. Not even useful stuff. It's just gossip.
There are no limits to our reach. No limits to the justice we bring.
Fortunately,
in
this is
the
a
name
game
of
where if you
freedom
read
for
the
our
emails,
people.
if it is involved in dialogue,
am a
then
man of
it
my word.
does the thing where you kind of know it in game.
This is a restricted area. The vending machines are down the hall and to the right.
Ew.
Good to know where the machine is in case I need to throw you into it.
Who's your superior?
Jesus.
Westridge.
And at
He
least
sent
Daisy
me.
thinks
Negative
it
one
looks pretty
reference.
cool.
I'm more than happy to leave if you've got nothing to teach me.
So, orientation. You are familiar
Angry.
with the premise of an obstacle course, I assume.
Yes.
Excellent. And I don't need to explain. Up the ladder is the training area. The first test is navigating through the environment without being detected. Following that, you'll be facing live challenges against the agents here.
Anything else I should know about running this course?
Yes.
Fine, be
I suggest
professional.
you
You're
do
no
it
fun.
quickly. And talking gives
There
you
are
position.
some characters who
What's the deal
will
with the security
very much
panel?
It
dislike
secures the
you.
entrance. If you're as
Good, I
capable
want
as
everyone to
Weston
hate this
says,
guy by the end of
then
this
you should
game.
have no trouble hacking it and gaining access to the course. Clock's ticking.
Great.
Fuck you.
Course begins now. Hack the door in front of you to gain access to the course.
There's BD1. There it is.
Always check your surroundings for cameras. We can't have you appearing on the nightly news. Mind the gap. The key to stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera movements, then exploit their blind spots.
At least you get training in this. Metal Gear Solid is just, you'll figure it out. I wish we were playing Siphon Filter so bad right now.
No one wishes they were playing Siphon Filter. Have you seen
When they
the-
play Alpha,
Ah, fuck.
when you're playing this, you do.
Taking in the view. Yeah, well, I've unlocked the security doors, what's making back to the control room for your evaluation.
Oh. Dick.
Your score is
I
based on
succeeded.
several factors. Sorting the numbers now. Outstanding. Well above average, especially for a trainee. Okay. You want to run it again?
Yeah, I think I can do better.
That would be difficult, but you're welcome to try. If you improve, your new score will overwrite the previous one.
I'll try one more.
Thanks, Ronaldo.
Course begins now. Hack the door in front of you to gain access to the course. Always check your surroundings for cameras. We can't have you appearing on the nightly news. Mind the gap. The key to stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera movements, then exploit their blind spots.
Wish I could just leap over this.
Right, I was wondering why he's not leaping over it, and I realized it's 2009 and this game is bad.
Ah, fuck.
Ah, fudge. Or 2010, it's worse. They got a hack under pressure. We leap over designated areas, which is kind of bogus.
Taking in the view. Yeah, well,
That's a-
I doubt the view is what's making
Oh, that's
it
lame.
easy. I've unlocked the security door. Come back to the control
Can you
room for
kick
your
them while doing that
evaluation.
or no?
Your score is based on several
I don't
factors.
think so.
Sorting the numbers now.
Holy.
Got about the same score as we got last time because we did it slightly faster.
Outstanding. Well above average, especially for a trainee. Okay. You want to run it again?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the
So
results.
good.
Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the other tests.
Maybe I'll grab a beer first. That obstacle course almost made me work up a sweat.
Of course, not enough of a challenge for you?
No.
Then I have an assignment for you. This
course
one
not.
won't be locked.
What? You mean like a covert training op? Aren't you guys carrying orientation too far?
Nothing of that Alpha Protocol is orientation, Agent Thornton, despite the semantics. The penalty for getting caught, however, won't be a poor score. It'll be detention. So, are you up for it or not?
Well, I'm up for it. Let me see what you need. You want me to head back to the medical center? Why? What's the file name?
Jacob.
Why use this algorithm to encrypt it? That's like putting an electric fence around a dog kennel.
Your metaphor notwithstanding, the file contains the location of this facility, something people would pay dearly to have. Thus, the encryption. Not only will this be a much more practical use of your talents, but I think you'll be curious to see where in the world you're going to be sent.
Sounds like fun, actually.
We'll see. Westridge gets angry with people that bend the rules.
Fair enough.
We got Call of Duty Black Ops this year. You got Darksiders. No stress on a Peace Walker. We got Limbo. God damn it.
Hello? Anybody shooting in here?
Agent Thornton. Hello.
Hey. Hey, you're the one I spoke to when I woke up in the medical bay. Glad that wasn't a hallucination.
It may have been.
Honestly, reading that list is
Do you
even that
remember my
stand a
name?
friggin' chance.
Or do I need to write it
No
down?
chance.
Mina, right?
That's right. Good to see you've recovered from the medical room with your memory intact.
Memory intact? Speaking of which, I don't remember where I left my keys. Or my passport.
Confiscating personal
I'm wearing
items
this
is quite
hat.
routine. I wouldn't worry about that. But let's get down to the task at hand. I'm here to run you through the weapons training and test your accuracy.
Alright, what's the next step?
Just head through the door to the firing range, and I'll keep in contact with you over the earpiece. Head over to the table, get your weapons, and we can begin.
The standard field agent package includes a pistol, SMG, shotgun, and assault rifle. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with the pistol. Equip the pistol, then aim down range and take some shots at the target. Good aim. Now, steady your aim for a few seconds. Then fire. Precision shots can take down a target quickly. Almost. Almost.
Oh.
Now, let's move on to the submachine gun. Now let's empty the clip. Let you get a feel for the recoil.
That's going worse, but whatever.
Now take cover. Still using cover, take some shots at the target. Accuracy's terrible while firing blind, but it can get the job done, eventually. Now try popping out and focusing your aim. You can use cover to your advantage here. I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right. Let's see how you do against some moving targets. Now, with the pistol, you'll want to be patient and attack when targets get close. Good.
Enemies slowly moseying towards me.
Now for the shotgun. Holding the trigger steady and firing can knock down even heavily armored targets.
Pull on it.
Good. Next.
Multiple kill. Really?
Oh, that missed him! Holy shit! What the Pulp Fiction?
Now for your submachine guns. If you're trapped in close quarters with multiple opponents, the SMGs can help clear the room quickly. Not subtle or quiet, but... And that's enough. For long-range encounters, the assault rifle's the key. It's accurate, powerful. Just be sure to line up your shots carefully. Watch for attackers from above. They may be out of reach, but not rifle range.
That's how bullets work.
That's it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done.
Doop, doop.
Good, Mike. I'm logging the results now.
Alright. Is somebody out on the course?
Darcy. He's trying to beat your time.
Darcy?
But we have a
How's that?
Gary.
Our tech instructor. Very insecure.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You can
but Gary.
try.
Oh, he will.
Does he
Repeatedly.
not know when to quit?
As soon as he knew you were talking to me, Mike, he was in here in a second. In case he saw you as a challenge for my affections. It's like a cage match with you boys.
So how'd I do on the course?
Call
Gonna
it
ran
right
out the
now.
back from sweating bullets.
It'll do. Satisfactory enough for Westridge, I think. You can give it another run if you want. The course should be free.
I'll pass.
Very well. I'll log your score. I'll have the results sent to your handler, and Westridge can give the rest of your evaluation, provided you've completed the other tests.
Yeah, I think if you show yourself as above average on on each and every thing, they give you like an additional mission.
50.
Mikey, be with you in a moment. I'm just setting some things up here. I'm Sean Darcy. I'm going to be running you through tech orientation.
Sounds good. So you've been with Alpha Protocol for a while?
Sure have. Although you seem to have gotten my next assignment.
No hard feelings, I hope.
You kidding? Alright, that should be the last of the setup on my end. I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
This isn't the only orientation I have to take, Agent. I arrived as quickly as I
You guys
could.
are really chill about that.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat.
That's why
We got a
beat
lot
'em
of
up.
work ahead of us. Well, you do. I'm mostly here as an observer. I'll be doing your evaluation, too.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
Every line of sarcasm
Alright.
from this guy.
Open the locker and equip yourself. If you use them all, just come back and grab some more.
Nope, went the wrong way.
Alright, everyone's favorite. Grenades. Let's see that arm of yours. Go on. Start checking them. They're concussion rounds, so don't be skittish. They sting, not kill.
Cool. We need a few of those.
Alright, now how about something more challenging? Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall. Lob it behind the target and use the wall for a hook shot.
Ah.
Now, try and get one through the window. Now for some fireworks. Try and chuck one beneath the truck and take out the gas tank. Never get tired of that one. Now, see that electronic lock
I
there?
love my job.
Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. Can save you time in the field.
Important distinction.
Game? Like, you obviously want me to do something. That's like, you didn't work when I threw it. Cool. Do I just need to, like, throw it like there?
It's shut
There we go.
down.
Ah.
I apparently
Yep.
threw a
Lock.
concussion grenade before.
Alright, see that locker there?
Let me guess. You want me to place one on the door?
just in time.
Hey, Darcy, open up.
Guess some of the other guards will be pulling double shifts for a while.
Do you not have an HR department or
You
what?
know those guards you beat up when you got out of medical? Yeah, well, they're gonna be joining us in a second. You've got a head start, so if I were you, I'd set an ambush. Just start running. Me, I'd use the mines. That's what they're for.
Just give me first shot out. Spread out. Watch for devices. Hey, Thorton.
Man, the doc's gonna be pissed. Alright, all done. Head on up, Mike. I'll give you a breakdown on your performance.
I don't even know how that last guy got hit, but whatever.
So, Mikey, you did all right on the basic run.
Ta-da.
I got the bonus for no
No damage taken.
and a multiple guard takedown.
You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
What do you have in
I
mind?
feel like you're gonna betray us at some point.
All right, me and the guards, who you already met when you woke up, pooled our petty cash. And we'd like to make you a little bet.
All right. I'm listening.
It's a rematch, on our terms. It's simple. Disable all the alarms and escape the area in the time provided. And you take home the winnings. If you lose, you'll owe us. Got it?
Sounds good to me.
Just head into the range and we'll get to it, Mikey.
All right, then. Tell your team to get ready.
So here we are. Rematch for you and the guards, but on their terms. So listen up. There's alarms hidden all over the course. All you need to do is shut them down. But the guards are going to try and reset them. Every time an alarm goes off, another squad's coming in. And they all want a
Fair enough.
shot at you, trust me. Alarm goes off enough times, and you're going to get trampled. But you have the technology to beat them. So let's see you even the odds, if you can.
Let's fight the bullets. It'll be useful.
One, two, a three.
Nice, Mike. And there's the alarm.
Zero guns required in this game.
And there's the alarm again.
Where's the other one? Damn it. Oh, never mind. He did get hit. Boop. 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 Boop.
There you go. Getting sick of hearing them anyway. Thought they might have you for a second. Guess I was wrong. All right, head on up and I'll call someone in to clean up the course.
Money, please.
And the bodies.
Pretty thorough. Made a real mess of things. In a good way.
That's all I need. See you in the field, Darcy.
If you say
There's
so,
20
Mikey.
grand.
I wonder why our military budget is so high. Oh, well, there we are. That makes sense. I wonder how many people were recruited at this impression This is how the military works.
How do I know which one's medical? I imagine it's this way.
I don't see shit.
Oh, never mind. I think this was where I was supposed to go. Okay.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
Maybe it's their training that's in question, not mine.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report says you might need more practice on the gun range, but you're probably still shaking off the drugs we gave you.
I'm still brushing up on my skills. Mina's a good teacher. I just need to be a better student.
She is a good teacher. She has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your thoughts. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual, but he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise, assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
You ever had an intern position at a government agency?
I have.
Need I say more? All my exercise was moving papers from desk to desk. I'm here to do work, not sit back and manage it. I want to be out where the action is. I want to make a difference.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
I'm ready, and I'm tired of my questions getting answered by more questions.
Welcome to our world, Mike. My job is to help you cut through questions and get an answer.
Letting him be a dick.
Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one
I honestly
part of
can't
this
tell the
job
difference. It
nobody
doesn't matter
else
what you
here
pick
quite
apparently.
gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people.
Who's got dick in his blood?
That's what we're going to discuss now.
Are you suggesting I have an attitude problem?
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because
I'm
your
convinced
psych
there are
profile
no
says
nice
you're
people in
skilled
this
at
building,
manipulating
actually.
others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
And if I want to impress them?
You don't always want to or need to. Having a good or bad rep with someone can actually gain you different benefits. Sometimes you want to piss someone off so they can't think straight.
I'm explaining
Other
game
times you want to
mechanics
build a
to you.
strong rapport with someone and talk your way out
And
of
just
bad
basic life,
situation.
I guess.
All depends on your objective. This goes for your
If you're
handlers
nice to
as
people,
well.
they will like
We're
you.
going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want. I didn't realize this was
Yeah,
an
just
acting
do
game.
whatever.
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them.
There
which
are
can affect
entire,
their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to
mission
know the real
branches
me.
that get closed
If
off
only.
based on how you
Time's
react
something
to
no
people.
one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Although that can be a plus.
If I need a breather to assess the situation, right?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the
We're
point,
teasing
act
this
instead
mechanic
of
where you
fight.
can get a
For
villain
example,
monologue so
if you don't
can
think I have any
time
more
to
to
heal.
teach you, then you
It
can just
won't
say,
actually take
"I'm done
place
with
in this game because it was
I
rushed
wouldn't
out.
think any less of you. You seem to have
But
the
it is a
basics
good
down.
idea.
Well, I prefer action, but why would I be talking to them if I need to shoot them? Seems like a bullet might be the best opener.
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way. Assuming there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
Yeah, hit X.
Like if I wanted to seduce someone? I mean,
Oh, I thought you meant
not
right
like
now.
I have trouble with that or anything.
If that's what you want to do, pay attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people will have advice, and intel can help. But there's another way. Read much?
Mostly tech user manuals.
I get the impression this
Nah,
game is
right.
way more ambitious than
There's
it's
a host
actually
of
capable of.
information
It
out there,
definitely
dossiers, email, and other documents that represent total research others have collected on a target, organization, or operation.
And what does that get me, exactly?
Sometimes you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit, and like it when you get to the point. But
And your money's
dossiers
worth
just
behind
don't
this
contain
TV, huh?
psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
Makes sense to me. I'd rather get a firefight over with as quickly as possible.
Amen to that. Our records are complete, so use them when you have downtime.
You have dossiers on everyone here?
When did
Yep,
Telltale
you can
games
dig
come
them up.
out?
You might learn a few things.
After
Sometimes
this.
reading a dossier will give you more options
Ah,
when dealing
I
with
wonder
others.
if these guys
A
off.
few
There's
facts
a
to
lawsuit
read up
there.
to shake secrets loose.
They can
What about
afford
you?
lawyers.
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike, and what pisses me off.
How do I know when I have the go-ahead to start accessing files?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one. Al-Samad. That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone and unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation and know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Meet
the
me in
game
the
as
command
it's
center,
explained to
and
you
I
in
can
this
give you a
tutorial
proper
seems a
mission
lot
briefing.
better than it
Good.
actually is.
Because I'm sick of
Because
this.
Yeah.
this was
Trust
rushed
me, Mike.
out.
If it was up to me,
and went
you'd
over
never see
budget
this
and
interrogation cell
Oh,
again.
so many problems.
Oh my god, over budget. And it looks like this.
There's a lot of systems, Marl.
Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East. Word around the agency is a prototype missile shot down that airliner. Had a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. Halbeck's had the system in development for years. I didn't know they'd finished it. That's cutting-edge tech for a missile.
Missiles.
Iron Man
We've got
calls it
more.
the Jericho.
We stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
About time. I'm getting tired of this place.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit.
You have a wrestling
and on video
event
and
to
radio
go to.
when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well. I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Also, Marlon, you should watch the new Botchamania because they have a whole thing about like referencing CM Punk doing the Saudi Arabia show, and it's just like a montage of memes about it, and it's great.
You gotta check that out. This disappointed me more and more as he gets older, I suppose.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
Even your shirt is this yellow. What is with this decade and this color?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
I made it to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you
sir.
could just turn
Not
off
safe
the
house.
TV.
I guessed that much. See any shadowy agents in trench coats at the airport?
No, sir, I don't think so.
That was a joke, Mike. But stay on your toes anyway. Finding Shahid is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location, but we have 3 leads. An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shahid, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia. If you can
Please,
intercept
anywhere.
him,
Just
maybe
the
he can
color
tell you where
blue,
Shahid
please.
is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything
Blue,
else on
purple,
Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier.
Well, this is all
If you could
yellow
manage to
because
make
it's
any
the
contacts
desert.
and find out more, we'd welcome it. We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shahid used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flight Shahid is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
And the third lead?
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons. We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
Any backup, sir?
Just Darcy on the comm.
Any backup, sir?
Funny, Mike. Darcy's enough. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area, and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support and hit the camp
Westridge,
hard.
I took
No
$20,000 off
And
Darcy.
no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
He was like,
Anything
"Oh, there's no
beyond the
chance you
weapons
can
locker?
beat
Thought
me
that
with a
might hold
handful
your
of
attention.
grenades," and then
It
I
did?
beat him with a handful
Anything
of
else?
grenades.
A computer with a hub connection so fast you'll feel like you're going back in time.
What, to the Stone Age? Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area.
Just talk normal. This is why
That'll be
nobody
done on
likes
your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly. The weapons locker you already found, help yourself to what's inside. Just be sure to choose the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it? Westridge. Great. Home sweet home.
We leveled up. We have 12 points now.
What's up?
So,
Spend it all in one place.
yeah, let's take another martial arts. Let's take a stealth. And that's apparently it.
Okay. All 12 points spent.
Yep, so this is the weapons locker where you can buy weapons.
Where half the budget went.
See, we can just wear casual attire if we want.
Cool. See, he actually looks cool like this. That looks like a dweeb.
Oh, because we have no mods with
Wait.
I forgot that we can there's the weapons. Okay.
Eh,
So
wonder when they went.
this is what you spend money on. You can choose to purchase things wherever it is. No?
Oh.
I forgot where exactly you purchase weapons. Oh, there we go. Clearinghouse. Okay. Yep, so we can get a gun that's yellow, a gun that's
Naturally.
extra yellow.
God damn it.
Yep, we have different shotguns, we have different things, we have different different armors in case you like a particular armor more than another one.
I guess. They all look pretty bogus.
And there are gadgets and our intel. And generally what I would do is I would just buy all the intel for an area and then just like deal with it, because this game's not exactly super difficult most of the time. So that's still going to be what I do. So
That's a smart way to do things, yeah.
yep, so
There's give me all the information.
there's all of our intel, and we'll use
Knowledge is power.
use the extra one to maybe no, it's not even better than our current pistol. Yeah, the only truly better pistol is the most expensive one.
Right. Well, you could just save the money for the next gig. Or I don't know, like maybe you could like upgrade how much ammo it takes or something.
Yeah, so let's get an assault rifle, and we don't have enough for better armor, so we just need to live with the decision that you made, which is that we're in the casual outfit.
Yes. Spy stuff.
And we can upgrade our gadgets. There's our email. Oh, got some more money. Hey, we got enough for armor. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna rent this first. That worked out.
Yep, and this is just a welcome aboard.
Yeah, in your best dad attire, go kick ass in the Middle East.
Oh yeah, now we can buy armor. I forgot about that.
Well, I just enjoy watching someone's uncle fight terrorists. But this works too.
Once again, this game does occasionally throw boss fights at us, which will require armor. So it does help to have some. I forgot. Can we customize the? I forgot if you can customize the color of it or something.
In Washington today, Senator Patrick Darcy unveiled new legislation aimed at cleaning up the federal government by greatly restricting lobbyists' access to legislators.
The bill, called the People Over Rich Corporations Act, or PORC Act, would prohibit lobbyists from contributing to election campaigns and require anyone affiliated with a corporation to stay 500 feet or more away from any member of the legislative branch.
Opponents of the bill have labeled it a draconian offense against free speech and so laughably unenforceable as to render it a farce. Senator Darcy had no comment for INN News. Should American businesses be compensated if conflict arises in Asia? Legislation being discussed on Capitol Hill would assist with relocation costs for operations based in countries considered hostile to the United States. Detractors in both parties
I wish when these were our biggest issues.
for companies that have outsourced American jobs. China and India are the
I mean, I'm all for making lobbyists stay like 50 feet away from anyone in government.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's our computer. So yeah, that is Alpha Protocol. We'll be with this for a bit. Figured we'd just do a solid hour of it and get through the tutorial, so you can have your expectations set. I will say that this game does get better.
Okay, I'm trusting you on this. Holy crap, this is so disappointing.
Meanwhile, the president, on a goodwill tour of Africa,
The game gets interesting, and it's almost entirely the dialogue that makes this game interesting. The systems and the stealth gameplay is almost there kind of in spite of that.
Alright, fine. Overly ambitious game.
Yep. Alrighty, but that is Alpha Protocol Part 1. We will get back to it on Sunday, but on Thursday, we will be doing our review of Lazarus, which I will not spoil, was disappointing. I will not...
That's the word, disappointing.
Not lie. That it has probably one of the most, like, fall flat on your face endings I've ever seen in an anime.
That I disagree with, but we'll talk about that on Thursday.
Alrighty, so I will hit the stop streaming button and get it situated. So thanks very much, everyone who joined.